This year is a special anniversary of the Italian Republic because we celebrate the 80 years of the Italian Republic. So it's a moment also to look back to the history of the Italian Republic and to the achievements of this important historical period for our country. And I think it's important to have in mind that in this period Italy has been going through many challenges, but it has achieved great results. It has become the second industrial country in Europe, the second agricultural country in Europe, the fourth export country in the world, with Made in Italy becoming probably one of the most important and well-known logo in all the world. So this is important to keep in mind also for our Serbian friends. Well, I think there are many reasons. There is a geopolitical reason, meaning for Italy, Belgrade and Serbia is really the key actor in the Western Balkans. Traditionally, we have always invested in the relationship with Belgrade for better developing our interest in this region. Secondly, I think there is an important role of the Serbian diaspora in Italy. Since the 18th century, the role of the Serbian families in Trieste, the role of the diaspora today in Vicenza, or the Orthodox Church in Trieste, which is very important. Then I think there is the fact that Serbia looks at Italy as, I would say, the soft West, a kind of West which is ready to understand and to listen to Serbia, to listen to the reasons of Serbia. And finally, probably, you have also several Serbian writers who wrote a lot about Italy. I mentioned, for instance, Miloš Crnjanski, the diaries that he wrote about Tuscany. They became a sort of manifesto for the Italian culture, for the Serbs, and this, I think, helped to develop this people-to-people contact between our two countries. Cultural changes are very important, I would say, in itself. So we believe in the cultural diplomacy, and this is why Play With It, which is a festival of the Italian creativity in Serbia, is very important, because every year the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs select 3 capitals in the world as capital of the Italian creativity, and for 2026 they have chosen Belgrade, so we are very proud of that. And the concept is the concept of playing, so we play with it, with Italy, but we play with music, we play with sport, we play with technology, we play with food, and we have organized many different events. Next week there will be another important event dedicated to technology and innovation. There will be a forum for innovation between Italy and Serbia. Well, I think living in and working in Serbia, I have realized that Serbia has, first of all, a huge capacity to innovate, a huge capacity to invest in technological innovation, a huge capacity to invest in new technologies, in artificial intelligence. I'm always very impressed by the role that for instance, scientific park have here in Serbia. But then I think Serbia has also the capacity to to have cooperation and to develop cooperation with many different countries. So they have the capacity really to have a sort of global approach. So they want to dialogue and to cooperate not only with Europe, but with China, with the US, with Russia, with the Emirates, and so on. So this is really something remarkable for a country from the Western Balkan region. At the same time, of course, it's important, I think, for Serbia, first and foremost, to invest in the institutions, so to make a big push when it comes to the empowerment of the institutions of the country. And secondly, it's a challenge, the political polarization in the country. So there is a necessity to overcome this, I would say, extreme polarization at political level, which is, of course, not helping the country to move forward at the speed that the country itself would like to do. I don't have any advice in the sense that they know very well what to do, but of course the key concept, I think, it's dialogue. So you have to establish a dialogue even between parties and leaders who have different opinions, different agenda, but in the interest of the country there is a need to have a dialogue without renouncing to your personal or political position, but at least to establish a dialogue with the different political opponents. To be honest, the enlargement process is back on the agenda in Brussels. This is quite evident. In the last, I would say, 3-4 years, enlargement is again a priority for the European Union. This was not the case previously, but today there is a genuine push with regard to enlargement. And in the region, especially Albania and Montenegro are making a lot of progresses, but we really would like to see Serbia at the forefront of this integration process, and this is why Italy is pushing so much also for Serbia to open new clusters and new chapters. This is very important. The phased approach is an idea with which we have been playing a lot. We as Italy consider important the gradual integration process, which means that we should really push to make Serbia and the other countries of the region to enter the single market, for instance, even before the formal accession to the European Union. This could be really a big achievement for the region, a big achievement for Serbia, and in the end also for the European Union. Yeah, this is a big challenge because, to be honest, I acknowledge the frustration that is existing in Serbia, not only in Serbia, but in Serbia in particular, vis-à-vis the European Union. I acknowledge the fact that in the last 10 years, the enlargement agenda was not really the priority for the European Union. I fully understand the fact that also the rules of the game have been changing, but at the same time, I think there is the necessity in Serbia to rebuild a consensus of the public opinion for the European Union. And to do that, we have first and foremost to show to the public opinion the benefits of the European Union. And sometimes, in my view, the public opinion in Serbia doesn't know fully all the benefits that the European Union is already bringing to Serbia, especially when it comes to economy and trade and investments. Serbia has to approve reforms, has to approve and implement the reform agenda of the European Union, which means in the coming weeks to complete, for instance, the approval of the laws related to the implementation of the ODIHR recommendations. They are related in particular to the electoral process. But there is a very ambitious agenda for Serbia, especially when it comes to the rule of law. There are many reforms that should be done. And it's in the interest of Serbia to do it not only for the European Union, but for Serbia itself to improve its institutions and to bring benefits for the public opinion and for the people of Serbia. Well, there is in particular one thing which is always striking me, and this is the capacity of the Serbian people to speak Italian. Because every time I really go around Serbia, I speak with many people, and I meet so many Serbs speaking Italian. And they have learned Italian in many different ways, not only because they have learned the Italian language taking a course or going to university in Italy, but because they work with Italian companies, or because they have a relative living in Italy, or they have a husband, or I don't know, someone else from Italy. So I'm really impressed by the love that exists for Italy and by the love that exists for the Italian language in Serbia.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.